All right, here we go. Tennessee Prime in the building. Gus's world famous fried chicken. Austin Price, Joe Milton, Kay Mays. Glad to be with everyone this evening. Austin Price, good afternoon, sir.
How we doing, Jason Swain? I mean, the rain looks like it's getting ready to be out of here, except for the kickoff to the 2021 season coming up Thursday night, 8 o'clock at Neyland Stadium, with two of the marquee players on this Tennessee football team. As you said, Cade Mays, Joe Milton. Joe, we'll start with you. Coach Heupel names you the starter yesterday. Just kind of take me through when he gave you the word, hey, you're going to be the guy. What were you thinking? What, kind of just all the hard work you've put in, how gratifying was it?
It was a great opportunity. But I feel as if I've been here before. It's not my first time being named the starter of something. So it's just something that I'm used to, not to be like cocky or just to humble me. Just keep doing what I'm doing. Stay and grind and keep my guys going. That's pretty much all it is.
Cade, when you look at this team, you kind of watched it a year ago, then watched all the transformation and the change this offseason. And even since spring, there's just so much newness to this football team. How much has that really kind of reinvigorated you to see some of these new guys you've been able to go against and all that?
For sure. It seems like there's a different type of energy, within the program. Going out to practice, there's a lot more energy. People wanting to get better, people wanting to work. And, I think it'll take us a long way.
Cade, different offensive line, different offense for you. You played a couple different systems. You're used to leaning on people, dominating folks, and then being able to get 25, 30 seconds to rest. A little bit different with this new tempo offense.
Sure.
How have you been able to adjust to this new offense?
Yeah, it's a big adjustment going from, running one play, coming back, getting in the huddle, getting the call and stuff, to now, as soon as the play's over, Joe's calling the next play. We got to run up there, get set up, and then, he's snapping it as soon as everybody's set. So it's a lot different, but it's fast.
Joe, let me ask you over here, Joe. This is the second time that you have been named, QB1. Compare kind of your reaction to when you were named QB1 up there in Michigan to now being named QB1. Have you treated it the same? Do you have a different reaction?
I have a different reaction because it's a business at the end of the day. And, you have to be able to take whatever comes with it. And that's probably the biggest thing. My first time being named the starter at Michigan, I was very excited. I was walking around with my chest out. Just feel like I can't be touched. And then after my situation that happened over there and all that happened, when I became the starter here, it was just like I was humble. I learned my lesson from what I did previously.
All right, let's give a rundown of the show. This first segment, we will kind of review fall camp. A week from now, we'll review the Bowling Green game. In segment 2, after the first break, we are going to kind of dive into and get to know these kids. I mean, they're more than just football players. What do they like to do? All that good stuff. And then in segment 3, we will preview the Bowling Green game coming up later. So let's look at fall camp, Cade. where do you feel like this team kind of started to take off in fall camp? Was there a moment in time where you felt like, okay, I think we're starting to grasp things offensively, defensively, they're starting to bring it a little bit more and more, and just take me through fall camp for you.
For sure. For the first scrimmage, the defense kind of got the best of us. We didn't really click on offense, and then we just took those next 3 days of practice and just really started to build on what we had. And then second scrimmage, we came out and did some good things, and so I think we grew a lot from the first scrimmage to the second.
Well, let me get back over here to Joe, man. You've been known to throw the ball 70 yards, 80 yards. Man, at what point, how old were you when you first realized that I throw the ball pretty far and quarterback is my position that I could be playing in the future?
That's a great question. Man.
On the playground, just throwing with your friends, you're like, all right, you just hit somebody's dog or cat or something?
It was kind of like 5th grade.
Yeah.
I think I threw the ball for the first time, and when I threw it, I was like, man, that's a duck, but it went far. And I went home that same day, and I told my mom, I said, I'm going to try for quarterback. She started laughing at me, and then she was like, well, go tell your coach. I said, all right. Woke up the next day, and I walked in the room, and I told him, I said, I want to try for quarterback. He laughed at me, too. And he was like, all right, we're going to give you a shot. You got 3 practices. I said, all right, bet. Give me the playbook. He gave me the playbook. I learned what I needed to learn. It was Pop Warner, so it wasn't like too big of a playbook. And when I did that, I kind of just stuck with it and I rode with it.
How big were you back then? You're a big boy now. Were you bigger than everybody else at that age?
Pretty much taller. I wasn't bigger than everyone. I was a scrawny kid. I wasn't that big. I learned my lesson from just playing with everybody that's bigger than me. I got tired of people picking me up, so that's what made me want to get big.
Okay, you can play some different positions on the offensive line. Pretty cool that you get a chance to play with your brother. I know that was a plan for you
sure.
Coming back here to Tennessee, and now you get a chance to really do it with him being a sophomore and you having some years under your belt. But man, how big is it for you in this offensive line that you can play tackle, that you can play guard as well?
Yeah, I think it's huge for any offensive line to have one guy or multiple guys that can come inside, come outside, and, play center, play whatever position, and just know the offense in and out. And, it just really helps to be able to shuffle guys. It's a physical game. People get hurt. So, God willing, nothing happens to anybody. But, if something does, having guys that can shuffle in and out, it's a big thing.
It's easy to talk about, the offensive line, but let's look on the defensive side of the ball. Who has impressed you on that side of the ball through fall camp, especially with all the new faces?
For sure. As far as on the edge, I've been playing tackle quite a bit during camp. So Byron Young, really impressed me during camp. His strides he made from spring ball, worked his butt off during the summer, put on, 20 pounds, got faster. I was telling somebody the other day, if you can take every offseason, get bigger and faster at the same time, that's freaky. There's a lot of room for potential there, and he just really had some really good flashes during camp.
Defensively, the linebacking unit was so just kind of ravaged in spring ball, and I've made the joke that Brent Hubbs and Rob Lewis and myself were running the linebacking unit in spring. That's how thin you guys were. When you guys get to the second level trying to run, is it a little bit different now than it was in spring?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like those guys have definitely gotten faster, more depth. It's not the same 2 guys on the field all the time. They're able to roll in different packages, different people on the field, so, it's definitely helpful.
Let me go back over here to Joe, quarterback, man. I like to catch the ball.
There's your meme or gif or whatever.
I'm sorry, Cade, man. I just want to talk quarterback with my man Joe over here. Harder throw, you or the jug machine? I've been hearing that you've been throwing some darts out there. How long did it take for your receivers to get used to your style of throwing? I played with a couple different quarterbacks. I had about 3 or 4 different quarterbacks I played with. One threw absolute dart. How long did it take for your receivers to get used to you when you first arrived on campus?
First, let's clear something up.
Okay.
I really don't be throwing the ball hard.
You don't?
Nah. It just come off my hand.
It must
like
be the
that.
video or something, man.
I don't know. It just come off my hand like that.
It looks
pretty. It's natural.
It look pretty. I ain't gonna lie.
Not to be cocky, but it's just natural. But that zip has just always been there.
Yeah.
I don't know where it came from, but it's just always been there. I thank the Lord for that. But I definitely throw harder than a jug machine.
So when you looking at the NFL, sorry, Austin, when you looking at the NFL and you seeing how the game is changing, Like, who are some guys that you kind of, patting your game after? You say, okay, I like his game, I'm going to put that in my toolbox. Okay, I like his game, I want to put that in my toolbox. Who are some guys at the quarterback position that you watch for him and you kind of want to, add some of their game to your game?
I know people going to hate me for this. I really don't care. It's my opinion. But I kind of model my game after 3 people. First, Cam Newton, my favorite quarterback. Pat Mahomes and Aaron Rodgers.
Hey, man.
I don't think anybody's going to hate you for those
3
three.
great quarterbacks right there.
I mean, people going to say, why I ain't choose Tom Brady? But, nah, Cam Newton, my dude, man.
Yeah.
So,
toughest part of making the transition from Michigan to Tennessee has been what? I mean, you weren't here in the spring, so you had to hit the kind of ground running. When you were sitting there in April and May, was it just kind of pouring over the playbook over and over and over again?
it was, but it wasn't. To me, it was more get my teammates to understand who I am as a person and how do I do things and how do I just go about my days. The playbook was after my freshman year of college. Playbooks wasn't hard for me, so that was the least of my worries. It was just getting my teammates to understand and buy into what I'm saying.
How important is it, because the quarterback's only one of you play, whereas Cade's got 5 guys around him, to keep the continuity in that room? Because once they pick a starter, the other 2 guys are understandably going to be disappointed. Yeah. So how important is it to look at Harrison, to look at Hendon and go, I need you to stay in it with me. You never know. I need you to stay in it with me. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's very important. But those guys haven't dropped their head. They push me just like I push them every day. No matter what it is, we always help each other. Criticizing not one of our things in our quarterback room. We push each other to be great.
Kay, give us some things with this new staff that you have really noticed at the very beginning that really stands out to you. You're the guy that was recruited by so many schools around the country. I mean, from West Coast to the East Coast, you were a 5-star prospect. So you talked to a lot of coaches, a lot of head coaches, a lot of offensive line coaches. Obviously, you were at Georgia, transferred here. Pruitt and company were here, and then now you have a new staff. So you've been around a lot of different staffs. Give us some things that kind of stood out for you once Heupel and company arrived here in Knoxville.
For sure. One thing that really stood out to me is they love ball. Yeah. Every single coach, they love ball. They love studying it, love teaching it. And, they teach it in a way where it's easy to understand. And, they get their point across and they just love what they do. And they bring a lot of energy, a lot of passion every single day. And, it's easy to buy into guys like that just love what they do and love being around the people that they're with.
Coach Ellerby's a guy that, is your third O-line coach. You had Sam Pittman, then you had, last year with Coach Friend, now Coach Ellerby. Take me through that relationship, because every time there's constant change. So how is he different, and how have you kind of related to him?
For sure. Coach Ellerby's just, he's an O-line guy. He's hilarious, and he doesn't really mean to be. He's just like one of those funny people that doesn't mean to be. It's like an awkward funny, but it's hilarious. Love Coach Ellerby to death. Just brings energy every single day, pushes us to be better, sets a high standard. Wants us to beat that standard. So.
Same thing with you. I mean, multiple quarterbacks coaches. Coach Halsey. I mean, he's a younger guy, but an energy type guy. How have you related well to Coach Halsey?
He's a great dude. They're smart. He's definitely smart. And I just feel like he does everything in his will to get us going. Make sure we understand what's going on for today and for on in the future. But as a coach and as a person, he's a great person. Great coach.
All right, let's take our first break. We'll come back. We're going to kind of get to know Joe Milton, Cade Mays, and kind of peel back the onion a little bit and see what they're like.
Bite into that crispy crust with just the right amount of spicy, and you're going to taste the tender, juicy, succulent chicken that is Gus's world-famous fried chicken. A timeless Southern tradition that started over 60 years ago in Mason, Tennessee with a secret family recipe. Gus's has stood the test of time and spread throughout the world. It's not just famous, it's world-famous fried chicken at Gus's. VolQuest.com has been the gold standard for Tennessee football coverage for over 20 years, led by an experienced staff with over 600 games covered amongst them.
Speed, and then some more speed.
The VolQuest takes you behind the scenes with features on coaches and players. For only $9.95 per month, find out why VolQuest continues to set that standard.
Ever wonder what the best source of Tennessee and college football talk is? Tune in to the Swain Event every morning from 7 to 10 a.m. You can listen on the Swain Event app or catch the live stream on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, or...
Bite into that crispy crust with just the right amount of spicy, and you're going to taste the tender, juicy, succulent chicken that is Gus's world-famous fried chicken. A timeless Southern tradition that started over 60 years ago in Mason, Tennessee with a secret family recipe. Gus's has stood the test of time and spread throughout the world. It's not just famous, it's world-famous fried chicken at Gus's. VolQuest.com has been the gold standard for Tennessee football coverage for over 20 years, led by an experienced staff with over 600 games covered amongst them.
Speed, and then some more speed.
VolQuest takes you behind the scenes with features on coaches and players. For only $9.95 per month, find out why VolQuest continues to set that standard.
Ever wonder what the best source of Tennessee and college football talk is? Tune in to the Swain Event every morning from 7 to 10 a.m. You can listen on the Swain Event app or catch the live stream on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, or Facebook Live. If you can't listen in real time, it's all good. Just click on the podcast icon in the app and listen at your convenience. Get all the information on the Vols all year long with the Swain Event. You will not find a better mix of big.
Welcome back to Gus's world-famous fried chicken off Sutherland Avenue. Here telling Tennessee Prime alongside Jason Swain and Cade Mays, Joe Milton. I'm Austin Price. All right, Joe, let's peel back the onion on who you are, where you come from, what you like to do off the field. You say you like to play a lot of video games.
I do. Well, let's first start where I'm from. I'm from Pulaski, Florida. People don't know where that's at. It's west of West Palm, close to Lake Okeechobee. It's like 2 hours and 30 minutes from Orlando, like 3 hours from Miami. But off the field, the person I am, I'm more goofy than anything. But I just like playing video games. Call of Duty is the main one.
What is it about that game that draws so many kids in? It's like Madden, Call of Duty. I mean, it's a core group of games.
I don't know. I can't say what I want to say. I don't know. I mean, I just pretty much play with my teammates and bring us together. And it's just more unity. We all can play against each other, support each other. So that's pretty much how we go about it.
Okay, what about you? I know you're a big gamer, always have been. So what is it about that kind of draws you in?
Man, I've been playing video games since I was 4 or 5 years old, since I could, figure out what to do, and it's just something me and Cooper always did together, playing video games and stuff.
Who's better?
It depends on the game. Me and Coop really raw though. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm proud that you can most people just go me,
No, for sure. Me and Cooper are definitely about the same playing field, but Coop's nice, I'm nice. Me, him, Trey Smith, we all bought the same PC, and we play. Me, Cooper, and Trey still to this day almost play video games every day together.
Is that where the competitiveness comes out? I mean, how much trash talk goes into a video game?
I mean, quite a bit probably, yeah. Especially like Call of Duty, I mean, you want to get those wins every game, so, I mean, you die in the middle of a game, it's definitely not ideal.
What I want to know is who's betting the NIL money on video games? Anybody doing that? Anybody betting the NIL money yet on video games? Little bragging rights?
I don't have nothing to bet.
Not yet.
Me either.
You the quarterback. You the best one of the best offensive line in the SEC. So that should happen here soon, right?
I do play some tournaments though.
Get some bragging rights going.
What Madden? I mean, was there a particular year of Madden that was better than the others? And was there your go-to team, go-to player?
I mean, Madden 21, I can play with the Chiefs or the Ravens. I like playing with the Ravens. You can't stop Lamar.
So you just run it with Lamar.
Yeah.
Cade, you?
I haven't played Madden since 2014. Madden 14 was the last Madden I've really played. I'm more of like a Call of Duty first-person shooter type gamer. Like I like the.
Or were you a freshman in high school then?
Probably. I was young. I played a lot of Ultimate Team back then. So you're like drafted, like you got these little cards, and like whichever cards you got, you made your own team. But I haven't played Madden in years. Big Call of Duty guy.
Jason, were you a big video gamer?
Man, I played college football. That was about it on PlayStation. But none of the fighting games. I mean, back in middle school, played like the 007, the Golden Child.
It was hard, but
Yeah, that was about it. Yeah.
You guys are too young.
Back in the day, that was it.
Jason and I are old enough to play Tecmo Bowl and NBA Jam.
I played NBA Jam.
NBA Jam.
You ain't had a cheat
Appreciate
code,
it.
so you need a cheat code for the big heads. You ain't never had.
And I know Charles Davis sent you guys the
you,
new
sir.
Madden game for the facility. I saw Coach Heupel tweet that out.
Probably did. I ain't been up there.
You've not been up there to play
studied
video games. You
playbook,
pouring
playbook.
over the playbook.
Yeah, we've been locked in, man.
Playbook. That's it.
Cade, everybody knows you love to hunt, but you lead hunting though. Like there's a difference between going and hunting yourself and leading kids going out there and helping them in the duck blind and that type of thing. Well, I know that's something your dad was big on, but you've kind of adopted that. You're always on me to come out there and go in the duck blind, which would be, hey, as long as they have Peter Millar in camouflage, we can roll with that. Take me through going into a duck blind. Your mindset has it changed from when you were 15 or 16 to where you're now at 22?
Absolutely. Hunting's my passion, whatever it is, deer, duck, turkeys. Duck's definitely my favorite thing to hunt. When I was 15 or 16, I just wanted to go out there and just kill a bunch. Now, when I go out there, it's more about the process. The boat ride in there, putting the decoys out, getting in the blind, enjoying the camaraderie from everybody. Just watching the ducks work. It doesn't matter how many we kill, just seeing ducks, I think it's just more of enjoying the outdoors, like getting older and not all about, the killing and stuff. It's just all about enjoying being out in God's country and enjoying everything that comes with it.
Have you invited Joe out to go
Not
duck
yet.
hunting? He didn't invite you out?
Is that your cup of tea?
I ain't gonna lie. I might be scared. I'm gonna be real with you. I might be scared.
Nah, you wouldn't. It's cool.
I don't
It's
know.
cool.
That's kind of hard for me. Kill an animal? I don't know. Can't do it.
I think you can do it.
Why you say that?
Because I think Kay will take care of you, make sure that you do it the right way. I mean, I've seen all kind of photos
It's
from
fun,
Kay.
man.
Yeah, it looked like you had a
Yeah.
good time.
I see.
I haven't done it before either, but I'm willing to try it out and see how it goes.
I don't know.
I took Trey Smith on his first duck hunt and really put him on. It was a really good duck hunt the week we went, and I think he really fell in love with it. Says that it's one of his passions too, and it's something it's really addicting, because nobody, like if you've never done it before, you don't realize everything that goes into it, like what really happens and stuff, and like it's beautiful, honestly. Like it's one of the most beautiful things. Watching the sun, you get up there at dark. It's dark when you get out there, and then the sun comes up. The way the ducks work the hole and stuff. It's unbelievable.
All right, Joe. What's something most people don't know about Joe Milton?
I mean, I don't know. I know people.
I mean, like Darnell Wright, when I'd asked him this question in high school, he told me he reads, I think it was astrology books and stuff like that. I mean, I knew you were going to get a laugh, Kate. Is there something that, like, you enjoy that most people probably wouldn't imagine you would enjoy?
I like doing backflips. That's one thing.
Backflips.
Yeah,
Is that something that you're going to do after a touchdown or no because of penalties?
penalties.
Well, what if you make a deal with Coach Height? Let's say you're up 3 touchdowns, fourth quarter, and it's a big game, and you score the last touchdown. Make a deal with Coach Height. Let him do a backflip.
He ain't going for it.
Nah, we ain't going for that one.
Would he be more afraid of you getting hurt, or just
Yeah.
afraid that
I mean, he know I can do it, but it's just about the point of me getting hurt. Doing a race
Do you do this on the practice field?
I've done it before, probably 10 times.
But if you do it in practice, you should be able to do it in the games,
That's
right?
practice,
Ain't that how it works?
Nah, but that's with gear on.
You're
so
being
it's
a bad influence, Jason.
Listen, I'm trying to give the fans what they want. They want Joe Milton touchdown with a backflip against the Gators.
Against the
That's what I'm talking about. I'm trying to give the people what they want.
Yeah, in the swamp. Just what Tennessee and Coach Heupel want you to be putting in their heads. Cade, same question for you. What's something most people don't know about you?
Man, I mean, if you follow me on Twitter or social media, you probably know I like to cook. I see my man right here with the How to Barbecue Right shirt on. Shout out to Malcolm Reed on YouTube, teaching me all the little cooking tricks. Yeah, but I love to cook, love to learn new recipes, obviously love to eat.
I'm the best chef on the team.
Nope, cap. Stop the cap.
Best chef on the team. What do you cook?
Everything.
Tell him he better ask somebody.
Everything.
You have to. You can't just say everything. You have to at least throw out something.
Everything with a capital E.
So you making your own pasta?
Yes.
Oh.
Spaghetti's my favorite.
Spaghetti's your favorite.
Fried chicken, barbecue chicken. Come on.
The funny thing is, when we walked in here today at Gus's, a couple of the waitresses were like, "When's Jay gonna be here?" I was like, "Jay? Like that's what we call him?" I was like, "It's Joe," and they're like, "I know," but I mean, like they were. Obviously, you like coming in here.
Yeah, I've been in here a couple times before. I was just like, at first when I rode past it one day, I was like, famous fried chicken. I'm like, hold on, now, let me. I know my chicken famous when I cook it, so let me figure out what's going on. So when I walked in here, looked at the menu. I'm like, all right, we got a little something. They got some macaroni, so we got a little southern meal. So I ordered my first meal, and I'm like, all right,
Let's get more.
right, you feel me? So I just kept coming back, and then ever since then, and then once we made a deal with them, I was like, all right, I can eat here from now on.
Usually cooks when they go eat like good places, and the recipe's really good. You're trying to figure out kind of how to do it yourself.
Nah.
Did you try to do that?
Nah.
No, you didn't.
I make my macaroni my own way.
I'm talking about the chicken.
My chicken the own way.
Own way. So you let Gus do it their way. You can do it your way.
Yeah, for
Okay.
sure.
Got you. Okay.
Nice. All right, let's take our second break. When we come back, we'll preview Bowling Green, and then to wrap up the show, we're going to talk about with these guys about the NIL, the name, image, and likeness, and how they've been impacted by Spire Sports Group. With Joe Milton, Cade Mays, and Jason Swain, I'm Austin Price. You're watching Tennessee Prime.
Locally owned, Gus's is located on Sutherland Avenue and has been voted the best fried chicken in every city they've ever gone to. Throw in some delicious and mouth-watering sides, and it's easy to see why Gus's is a must-have at your dinner table. It's not just famous, it's world-famous fried chicken at Gus's.
Ever wonder what the best source of Tennessee and college football talk is? Tune in to the Swain Event every morning from 7 to 10 a.m. You can listen on the Swain Event app or catch the live stream on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, or Facebook Live. If you can't listen in real time, it's all good. Just click on the podcast icon in the app and listen at your convenience. Get all the information on the Vols all year long with the Swain Event. You will not find a better mix of Big Orange news and opinion anywhere else.
VolQuest.com has been the gold standard for Tennessee football coverage for over 20 years. Led by an experienced staff with over 600 games covered amongst them.
Speed, and then some more speed.
VolQuest takes you behind the scenes with features on coaches and players. For only $9.95 per month, find out why VolQuest continues to set that standard.
And welcome back to Tennessee Prime, live from Gus's World Famous Fried Chicken off Sutherland Avenue, alongside Jason Swain and let's face it, the main event, Cade Mays, Joe Milton. Joe, get the start inside Neyland Stadium coming up on Thursday night. Kind of take me through what you're going to be thinking when you run through the tee. I think you may be I could be wrong, but I think I'm right here. Will be the first person to ever start a game in the Big House and a game inside Neyland Stadium, two of the biggest venues in college football.
Well, to be honest, I don't know what I'm going to be thinking. I know for sure I'm going to be crying, but Actually, I do know what I'm be thinking. Like, where to go. I never been through it. I saw videos, but the videos I saw, they kind of went opposite ways. I know that's not how I go now, so that's probably my main thing.
You'll come out and turn right.
All right, turn right. Go to my sideline for sure.
Turn right.
I just follow everybody else, man. That's the easy way to do it.
Yeah, don't be first.
How am I gonna follow somebody from in front?
Oh, you gonna be in the front? Yeah. There's always somebody in front of you. There'll be like cheerleaders. There'll be people in front of you. They'll be just follow them.
The cheerleaders are in front of you.
Listen,
Hey, follow the flag.
This is all you need to be. This is what you need to be thinking. Don't trip
Don't trip on what?
yourself.
On everybody's legs.
Don't trip on yourself. That's what you need to be thinking.
It's kind of hard.
Will you take time
Don't
to kind of
trip.
soak it in? I mean, it may be in pregame.
Pre-game, yeah. But once it's time to go out there with the team, it's time to go.
In a perfect world, what's the perfect first play call of the year?
I don't know.
I'm not asking you for what it's going to be. I'm asking you if you got to decide the play call, what would it be?
Let's run the ball. Let's get my guys going.
Run the ball.
Yeah,
Handing off to who? Jabari or Tyon?
either one.
Either one. Both in the backfield at the same time. Same thing for you.
He loved that first play call
Yes,
right
sir.
there. He loved that one. He loved it.
What run play then there, big guy?
Any of them?
Any of them.
Any of them?
One that comes your way?
Any of them?
Any of them.
Any of them. Because now with college football, like back in the day, like it was runs to the right, runs to the left. Now, like with all the split zone, the run might be to the left, but it might squeak out the back on the right side. Might be to the right, might squeak out the back on the left side. So many different cutback lanes, it doesn't matter where it's ran.
How do you guys handle like your own individual goals? Because like I remember, playing growing up, wanting to play at the next level, right? But you also want to win. You want to be one of the leaders on the team. You want to be able to help the team reach their team goals. But you have your own individual goals. So how do you guys manage your individual goals? Do you write them down? Do you post them in your locker? Are they individual goals that you talk to with your teammates about? So how do you manage individual goals? I mean, I know you have a plan to play at the next level. I know you have a plan to play at the next level. How do you manage that by also making sure that the team eats as well?
You want to go first?
Yeah, I go first. Personally, I just think about it every day. Think about my own personal goals, and if I go out and do what I need to do to achieve my personal goals, I think it'll help the team achieve our goal as a team. So if you go out and play good enough, play hard enough, do your job, execute, then that's going to help the team. It'll also help your personal goals. So that's the way I attack it.
For sure. I kind of pretty much look at it the same way, but whatever I do, it kind of reflects to the team. So no matter what it is, my goals can be my goals, but at the end of the day, it's not about me. It's about the guys in front of me because they started off. It's also about the guys that's around me because without them, who am I?
When you look at Bowling Green, obviously they've got a lot of new faces on their team. They had a lot of change in the offseason as well. When you've tried to prepare for them, what do they do that you guys will have to be really good at?
Everything. You got to be good at everything. Not taking nobody for granted. That's the biggest thing. No matter who it is on the schedule, just got to play our best and do what we got to do. Do what we did in practice to make those plays execute the way they're supposed to, and then we just go on the field and do the same thing.
What about you?
Studying Bowling Green has been kind of hard because I think they only played 4 or 6 games last year, and then their season got canceled by COVID. Had a lot of people graduate, brought a lot of new people in, so a lot of people you can't see on film, who you're going to be playing against and stuff. So definitely studying the team for the first game is hard, but just like Joe said, just not overlooking anybody, going out and executing what we need to do, playing the best that we can, and then the rest will take care of itself.
Have you schooled Joe on the ball walk? Have you talked to Joe about the ball walk? Give him any advice? The ball walk, I know last year.
A little bit different. They'll be spaced out a little bit more. You won't be able to get as close with the fans.
What you mean?
But yes, it's way better.
But still, better than last year.
No, I know. There was no ball walk.
Yeah, and better than Michigan. But did you?
Hey, man.
Hey, man, I'm proud of my school, man. I'm proud of my school. But, hey, man, did you get a chance to talk to Joe about the ball walk, man? What to expect, some of the traditions here in Tennessee?
No, I haven't talked to him about it yet, but I can talk to him about it right now.
Talk to me.
So it's going to be crazy. A lot of people, a lot of energy. gonna take that walk all the way down the hill, hook that left, and then we park the buses to go in for the scrimmages and stuff. You'll take that hill all the way down the left, wrap around, go in that gate. There'll be people from the top of the hill all the way down to that gate.
Well, that sounds like a long walk, bro.
It is a long walk.
Hey, you won't have to warm up for the game. You'll be already ready to go, man.
That's the one you soak in.
Yeah.
Okay, for sure.
Because it's before pregame, so before you really get real zoned in, you can kind of take a chance to smell the roses a bit.
Are you talking about like how Cam did when he was at Auburn?
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, like the Tiger Walk.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, but this is like 10 times bigger and better. But but it's like the Tiger Walk.
For sure.
It is 10 times bigger.
One thing I heard about a Vol Walk, you got to be clean.
You got to be clean now.
That's one thing about me. You got to be clean.
You know what you're wearing?
Yeah, I know what I'm wearing. It's in my car right now, matter of fact.
All right, we'll save that as a surprise for the game.
For sure.
Cade, you a three-piece suit guy now?
Not a three-piece suit guy. I like my suit coat though. Probably rock a little coat, maybe some khakis, dress pants. I don't know yet. Haven't decided. Haven't picked my shoes either, but definitely a suit coat.
Orange tie?
No.
No?
No
tie at
I'm
all?
not a tie guy.
Yeah, I didn't figure so.
I'm not a tie guy. I'm more of business casual. I don't like the tie. I still don't know how to tie a tie.
Really?
Sorry, Mom, but I don't know how to tie a tie.
It's all good. They got YouTube for that.
Hey, that's exactly right.
Yeah, they got YouTube for everything. Man.
I've just never really. I've only been on like 2 occasions where you've had to tie a tie, and
Just let somebody else tie it.
yeah, I mean 22 years and 2 occasions. I mean it's not. I mean if I get a job where I need a tie and stuff, then I'll learn how to do it. But I mean on 2 occasions in 22 years, that's not. I mean the odds are pretty slim there.
This game was likely going to be like a noon game. The move to Thursday allows for it to be a night game. How much more do you kind of – I mean, I know you have to wait all day to get to the game, but night games are just extra little juice. It's special.
Yeah, definitely. Me personally, I like a noon or a 3:30 game. Those are my favorite times to play. I like to wake up early and get it kicked off, get it rocking.
Really?
Yeah, that's my favorite.
You like noon games over night games?
Absolutely.
Then you'll love that Tennessee Tech thriller.
Yeah, you'll be hyped for that one, man. Watch out for Cade.
But yeah, night games are definitely special though. Stands are always jumping, and just there's a different energy at night. I will say that. But like for me, just waking up early, getting it kicked off, and especially now that we practice in the morning, I'm so used to waking up early and having to get it going early. So
the thing about night games is like you're sitting around the hotel the whole day. And you're watching everybody else play, and then you kind of forget that you're about to play after you have the meetings and everything. You
Whole
go back.
day.
Yeah, so I understand wanting to play early and get it over with.
That's how it be. I mean, I don't know, either or. I mean, stepping on the field regardless. But I don't know, for some reason, I feel like it's God. My first game starting at Michigan was at night. And then when I first heard that our first game here is going to be at night, I just feel like that's God's calling. It's just another opportunity for us as a team, and for me to like bring the juice to my guys, the ones that they needed. I just feel like we're ready.
Do you feel like you have a lot to prove? Transferring, because quarterback is the position everyone is looking at, right? And then you get all the credit when everything is going great, but you get all the blame when things are not going great. Do you feel like you have a lot to prove to yourself and to the critics, or if you have any? I don't know if you have any or not, but just in general, do you feel like you have a lot to prove?
To myself, yeah. Because I know what I'm capable of doing. But to people in this world, no.
Yeah.
I mean, people always gonna have their own opinion, even if you do good or bad. It don't matter what you do. But as a person, I know what happened last year. The coaches know what happened.
Yeah.
Players know what happened. But at the end of the day, it's all about what's next.
Sure.
You guys both transferred from a different school. I mean, I know you're different in certain ways, but there's similarities as well. Cade, when you look at Joe, how can you relate to what he's went through making that move from Michigan to Tennessee?
yeah, definitely. Just going to school somewhere and then picking up, going somewhere else, and it's a tough transition sometimes, and just learning a whole new system, being around a whole bunch of new faces, new program to buy into. It's definitely something respectable.
All right, let's talk about name, image, and likeness. Spire Sports is partly responsible for this show tonight at Gus's famous World Fried Chicken. Just take me through, when all that happened July 1 and the phone started ringing, how different was the world for you guys?
I wouldn't say it was too much different for me. is definitely something cool. Opens a whole bunch of new opportunities and stuff for college athletes around the world, not only football players, but every single sport. And it's just, I think it's cool because, we spend so many hours, so much work, blood, sweat, and tears pouring into this game, and just being able to get, just a little something extra is definitely cool. And Spire Sports has definitely been helpful for me, helped me and Cooper put out a T-shirt with DW Designs on Kingston Pike, and it's done great so far, and I'm just very thankful for them.
What about you, Joe?
For that, hey, can I get one of those shirts too, by the way?
Absolutely, man.
Appreciate
What size you wear?
Large.
Gotcha.
Appreciate it. But I feel like July 1st, after that day, things have changed drastically. But for me, I feel like, I don't know, I'm not the type of person that like gotta email people or go up to people and ask can I like promote their business. I'm kind of pretty much a laid back guy, so like I kind of want people to come to me. But if they don't, they don't. If they do, they do. But I mean, it's an opportunity. But at the end of the day, I'm not really worried about it. I'm just worried about winning.
That's why it's important that you have guys like Spire Sports Group that kind of does the work for you. Allow you guys to kind of focus on what's important. That's going to class, getting better, making plays. Because if you're not making plays, nobody gonna want you to promote that product anyways, right?
That's what I'm saying.
So yeah, that's why it's good to have good help like Spire Sports Group for sure.
All right, I want you to talk about Cade for a minute.
Talk about Cade.
When you started seeing him in practice, because I'm not sure how much you saw of him in recruitment or at other points in his career, but when you started seeing him in practice, what impressed you about him?
I wasn't getting touched. That's the biggest thing. At first, I was like, I got 5 new guys in front of me that I really do not know. Let's see how this goes. And then after the first 2 days, I'm like, I got more time than I thought. But Cade, he's worked hard, smart guy, strong for sure, but just real talented, and he's not letting his talent go to waste. And I done seen several plays where I handed off the ball in practice, and I just see him straining for so long, and it's like no matter what it is, he's down for the team. And there's plays where he wanted to get out. He didn't tap his head, he didn't tap his chest, he kept going. There was also plays where he hurt himself, and he was just looking like, man, I don't care. Got back in. I looked at him, and after that day, he just earned all my respect. I was like, I looked back, I saw Coach Heupel. Coach Heupel looked at him like, come on. Man, he looked at me, turned around and lined back up. I was like, all right, it's my dude.
Same thing about Joe. When he walks into the huddle, what's the presence like?
Huddle?
Well, you know what I mean.
What huddle?
Oh, for sure.
When he's amongst the offense, what's the presence like?
Man, Joe, first thing that I realized when I met Joe, the first day he was in the building, he's a great leader. He brings a lot of energy, a lot of juice, likes to bring the guys around him with him, and just a phenomenal leader, and getting guys to buy into what he's saying and stuff. And then as far as on the field, man, just, being that loud voice as a quarterback, because people don't realize how hard it is to hear the play call, especially in this offense, just going fast and stuff and getting everything communicated. He's a great communicator. And then, I'll be blocking somebody and then see the ball just take off down the field. And I'm like, dang, he just really threw that thing 60 yards. But just a great leader, fun guy to be around, a lot of energy, very talented, and just glad he's my quarterback.
Joe, what do you want your legacy to be? When you walk the halls, Tennessee football, you see all the jerseys up on the wall. You see guys that played the next level. You see guys that played the position before you, the great ones that won national championships, that played in the NFL. When you come back here 5-10 years from now, what do you want people to say about you? What do you want your legacy to be?
It's not about me. That's pretty much all I harp on. It's not about me. Quarterbacks, there's only one of them, okay, technically. But it's not about me. It's about the other 10 guys that's around me that made me better as a person and as a quarterback. Because without them, like I said, who am I? Because I can throw the ball all day. That's fine. But if the receiver's not catching the ball and the O-line not blocking, who am I? I'm nobody. So the legacy coming back 5 to 10 years is about who was Tennessee in 2021.
Well, I'll say this. Cade and I have known each other for 6 or 7 years now, dating back to when he was a freshman in high school at Catholic, and our relationship is kind of well chronicled. You, on the other hand, I did not know you from Adam until I met you on campus this summer. You walked up with a big smile on your face.
Sure.
You were engaging. You spoke. You did not know me.
Nah.
You did not know what I do.
Right.
And you approached me the way Alvin Kamara used to approach the media, and I'll tell this story often. Jalen Hurd never liked talking to the media. Alvin Kamara loved talking. I said, why are you the way you are, and why is he the way he is? And he goes, well, I can't speak for him, but he goes, what I can say is when I got here from junior college after leaving Alabama, he said, I knew you guys could help me way more than you could hurt me, and I wanted you to be able to help me. So I wanted to be engaging and talk.
For sure.
And that's how you've been every time I've seen you. You come in tonight with a big smile on your face and, talking to everybody.
Yeah, I mean, I just like seeing people. I like seeing people smile. It's pretty much all I talk about is, I don't know, I just like seeing people happy. I don't like seeing people sad. I hate it when I'm sad. But like just to see people sad is like, it's terrible. Because like why be sad? You can be happy all day. Because you choose your own decisions. You make your own decisions. Like, be happy. No matter what it is, just be happy.
Well, Joe and Kate are both about to be really happy because they're getting ready to eat here at Gus's, world famous fried chicken off Sutherland.
Sir.
That's the inaugural edition of Tennessee Prime. We'll be back next Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. For Jason Swain, Cade Mays, and Joe Milton, I'm Austin Price. Thanks for watching.